You there! This is Dave and Jason.
Hey!
From DC On Screen. It's that time again. We need help from you to grow our show. But keep listening because there's something in it for you. Give us a 5-star written review on iTunes for a chance to win a free DC trade paperback, DVD, or Blu Ray, valued at $15 or less. 1 in 10 will win. The winner will be randomly selected with a number generator on random.org and announced on one of our news episodes. It's pretty simple, really.
Free stuff!
Hooray! Anyway, yeah, seriously, do that. It helps us a lot. It's, like, so good. Anyway, sit back, enjoy this brand new episode of DC On Screen. Welcome into DC On Screen, episode 220. I am your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason Goss.
Yep.
Today we are going to get super spoilery on Lucifer 2x03, Sin Eater. To recap, someone's running around punishing people and posting video of it online. Lucifer obviously wants to take the person who's imitating him out of the game. Their investigation takes them to a social media upstart Wobble, where Leela Sims, played by Robin Givens of all people, helps them figure out who could be killing people until it looks like it's her. But of course it's not. It's Ray, the head of human resources, who wears a Def Leppard shirt.
Yes, he does.
Because we saw him for a couple of minutes, and we were supposed to be distracted by Robin Givens.
Mm-hmm.
And in other news, Chloe and Dan decide to get divorced. I honestly thought they already were. Amenadiel hides his worsening condition from Maze and comes for a visit to find Charlotte instead of Lucifer, while Lucifer decides to punish their mother by making her stay Charlotte. No one knows she has superpowers, though, so...
But, of course she does.
Which, yeah, I kind of assumed she did.
Yeah.
And then they kind of played it up like, oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Okay.
This is an O moment? Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It's like they're chasing Dexter this week is all I could think of. And the Def Leppard shirt was distracting, but it did not distract me from the fact that I knew that guy as Goofy Dude from Chuck, or one of the Goofy Dudes from Chuck. And being that he was the first recognizable face in the first act, he clearly did it.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him. I just thought, oh, they're not going to make Robin Givens the killer.
No.
It's got to be that dude.
It's got to be, by a process of elimination. Given all the Law and Orders I've watched, this guy did it. Just did. So stuff I liked. Amenadiel drinking his wings off is pretty great.
Yeah, that was cool.
Phoebe's just a fantastic actor.
He really is.
Yeah. And by the way, when Maze pops in on him, is he cleaning up with the Dirt Devil? I think that was the Dirt Devil brand.
It may have been. I didn't take note of that.
I think so. So a couple good moments though. The drag me back to hell, etc. But that was all right. I wondered if it was last week. I wondered if it was like Amenadiel's punishment. But he says in this episode, Dad has a tendency to overreact. Looking at his wings, I'm kind of thinking, yeah, man, that's pretty harsh.
It's probably just an STD from Maze.
Yeah, I think so. Sexually transmitted
Gonorrhea.
Demon. STDD.
Yeah. Gonorrhea is.
There we go. Gonorrhea.
Yeah. I'm ashamed. I'm sorry.
Well, you did what you could. You fought as hard as you could. I'm sure.
No.
So
I didn't really fight that hard.
That's still as hard as you can. One good conversation though. They finally get to the gut of the episode with the little thing between him and his mom. But why do you still punish people? It's what I've always done. That's not true. It's what your father wanted you to be. Are you still trying to win him over? Lucy looks all pissy. Gives her the careful mother. Why? You're going to punish me? I could have just watched like those few minutes of this episode and trusted that the villain of the week got taken care of and moved on pretty happily.
Yeah.
I mean that was good stuff. He actually is super intimidating when he gets mad. Like if Tom Ellis got mad at me, I would be afraid. He might sing at me.
You're probably right. That was probably a good show.
If it just came in and did that?
Yeah, I mean, I was specifically talking about what they did do.
Oh, yeah.
But, I don't know. My big highlight for the episode was, careful detective, it might be a booby trap.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the bit about, what'd she say? Like, don't touch the scorched crotch or something like that. It's like, I can't believe I'm about to say the sentence, but do not touch the scorched crotch.
Yeah. Actually, what she said was, "There's a sentence I never thought I'd say out loud."
There we go.
Why did you think you would say it?
Inwardly.
Yeah, like, that should never be a part of your inner monologue.
Right. Well, when she's at home and she's taunted with scorched crotches, she thinks it to herself all the time.
Right.
Everybody's got like a scorched crotch they keep in the back of their closet, you know. But
right.
She's never had to tell anybody not to.
This is the second week in a row they gave us the cheesy reveal involving Trixie with her parents. Where it's like, you think it's got to be some kind of police work or something, and then it turns out to be Trixie.
Yep.
It's weird.
It is. And
I hope they don't continue doing it.
I don't want that to be like the ongoing bit. It was okay a couple times, but come on, guys. We can do better.
2 times in a row?
All right, now I'm not as worried about the Trixie stuff, because at least Trixie's cute. I'm more worried about stop ending the show with her smirking up at shit. Last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, you're right.
And, you know, of course she has superpowers. We just, why would she? I mean, she would. She just would.
I considered an axiom. I
don't
didn't know why they were acting like it was a reveal.
Right. I don't know. But he's going to leave her as Charlotte to, you know, make her get used to everything. And the way they played that, I'm waiting for them to pull that off into a spinoff 30-minute multi-camera goddess mom as human wife and mother wacky sitcom.
Uh-huh.
Just a matter of time.
I can see that.
Just a matter of time.
It all started when Neil Gaiman met Chuck Lorre at a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know where Lucifer's going. Yeah, it's a funny show.
I've been willing to give it that the whole time. It's a funny show. I mean, I don't. That's the only reason I don't mind watching it. Is it's at least amusing. Mostly because Tom Ellis is really kind of funny. But it's just not a real show yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real show. It's a procedural. It's
a real procedural. It's not a real serialized thing that I want to watch yet.
What's I kind of feel bad for saying it, and I never thought I would say this, but you know, I could deal with more Lucifer singing because it eats up about 3 minutes of the show.
And he's not bad.
He's not bad. It's an entertaining 3 or 4 minutes in the show that we're just like, and I feel like they're doing it just because they're running out of story. They're like, I don't know what we're gonna fill this like 4 or 5 minutes. Oh! He needs to sing and think about some stuff. Okay.
Well, you just want another. I mean, that Dylan cover was pretty boss, man.
That Dylan cover was tight as hell. It was really good.
I'm gonna go ahead and give the show and him its props when due.
Sure, absolutely.
We have to. We just piss on it way too much not to. We owe it that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The CGI apples in that guy's throat did kind of give me the queebies.
A little bit. That's all I got on him, man. That's all I got.
It's tough, man. It's tough. There's nothing happens in this show.
I know. You know that cat from Chuck. I don't know his name. I don't even remember his name in Chuck, for God's sake. But the villain this week, I've always seen him be super goofy. He didn't do bad at all as
No, he didn't. He didn't do bad
as a gun wielding antagonist, or I guess lighter wielding.
What did Lucifer gain from talking to him about why he punishes people?
Well, he was his crisis this week was why do I keep punishing people? That's what God wanted me to do.
Right.
But I thought I was trying to rebel against him. So what am I really doing with my life here? And
right.
I think we've kind of done that already. They had a cute thing last year with he ended up enjoying the justice part more than he enjoyed the punishment part, which is subtle but really different. So it seems like another take on that.
Yeah, I don't remember what the guy's answer was.
I don't either.
And how it affected Lucifer.
I think the guy said something about I think it was one of those just couldn't take it and they needed to be punished kind of guys. I wasn't at all deeply involved in his personal development. And let's face it,
right.
45 minutes into Lucifer, I'm kind of zoning out.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the good conversation at the end that he's going to have with whoever it is and whatever probably underthought out reveal they've got planned for the end of the episode.
Nothing would make me happier if this show started doing something.
We've been saying it the whole time.
All right, well, I think that's all I've got.
Yep, I'm done. So. We got the Flash next. I'm getting out of this Lucifer thing.
I know. Thank you guys for listening to DC On Screen. You can find every episode at DCOnScreen.com. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever pods are caught. We're proud members of the Giant Size Team Up Network, GiantSizeTeamUp.com, proud members of the Batman Podcast Network. We are going to be coming right back with Supergirl, not the Flash.
Aw.
Supergirl 201.
That's fine, though.
The adventures of Supergirl. Until then, keep some DC on your screen.